selling real estate is all about selling houses, that you have to be good at actually selling a house. It's got nothing to do with that. Third step, your fourth team member is a second sales associate, which is basically going to allow you to triple down again on all of those activities to help you to become that $1 million agent. A great thing my mother always said is you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, use them in proportion. Before you present your strategy for selling, i.e. auction or no price or price, figure out what their motive is and how to get the best outcome. So diagnose their problem. A $1 million agent, you have to create an amazing marketing machine. Agents, welcome to the Get Keen podcast, your #1 destination for learning how to get the most out of your real estate career. I'm Dan Lee, founder of Plum Property, one of Queensland's largest independent real estate offices, and Plum Partners, where we've helped dozens of agents create, run and grow their very own agencies. On Get Keen, I chat to high-performing agents, principals, and agency owners, so you have the tools, strategies, and insights to grow your business and live the best life for yourself and your family. Now let's get keen. And we are back. Thank you so much, you gorgeous audience, for making the commitment to show up to Get Keen. This is what gets me keen, is helping you as an agent achieve your best in real estate. And today, the title is no gimmicky hook. Master these 5 things to make $1 million in sales. And I'm serious about this. I have had a big think about what are the 5 most important things that you need to do to become $1 million agent. And I'm speaking from experience because I've done it myself. I started out as the bottom of the barrel sales associate, cold calling, prospecting, opportunity bringer, moved into being an agent myself, built a team, made millions of dollars in real estate sales, and then became an agency owner and started a couple of businesses. So I've done it. I know what I'm talking about. And now I've helped train other agents to do it. I watch it in real time every single day. Other agents make this journey into becoming $1 million agents. So hear me out. Listen to me with these 5 things, and this is going to help you make that $1 million and achieve that great success in real estate. The #1 thing that you need to do in real estate is make the commitment to show up every single day, no matter how hard it gets, because this game is hard, all right? And it's a game of self-discipline. You're going to have terrible days. You're going to have great days where the euphoria is high, you've got a win, you've done some calls and one of them ends up being a great opportunity and you're feeling good. And you're going to have days when you're on the phone and you're trying the exact same things and you're getting belted down and no one wants to talk to you and it feels like everyone hates you and you don't want to do it anymore. And the next day you feel like, oh, should I bother? Yes, you should bother. Every single day you need to show up in this job. If you look at a high-performing agent, they don't call in sick unless they're so sick that they literally can't get out of bed. You don't have a little tickle in the throat. You don't have I'm not feeling it today and just not show up. The people need you every day. You need to treat this like a business, all right? Now, I'll tell you one thing. The commitment to show up every day, it's the hardest in the beginning. In the first 2 years. The reason is you don't actually have many listings to sell in the beginning. And your job is to prospect and find opportunities and continuously learn and grow and get knocked back and get better so you can finally start getting some of those listings. And that is extremely hard because opportunities are very few and it's harder to win the opportunities you get because you have no profile and no one wants to sell with someone that has no experience. So it's the hardest in the beginning. No matter what stage you are in your real estate business and career, you need to make the commitment to be working 8 to 10 solid hours every day. And that changes over time. In the beginning, that 8 hours is all prospecting. And that's hard. It's hard to prospect all day. It's tiring. It takes a lot of energy. You're talking to a lot of people that don't want to talk to you, and you're hunting for opportunities for people that will just give you an in and give you a conversation and possibly give you an opportunity down the track. Okay, but you never know when that opportunity is going to actually hit you and you're going to get that great listing, which is going to snowball onto another listing, and actually get the business flowing. So it's so hard in the beginning. And I see it so often that agents come in and they say, they're so cocky because they've listened to a Gary Vee podcast or they've listened to another podcast and they've read a book and they're like, yeah, I'm going to be fucking awesome. It's real estate. So I'm going to be driving fast cars in like a year. Direct go get myself a nice suit. And they come in and they're all cocky and confident in the interview. And then they start working. And, the first week, they're making some calls. They're doing okay. They're getting some appraisals. A month later, they haven't got a listing yet, and they're starting to go, "Oh yeah, no, I'm going to try a different area." They start making excuses. They start changing what they do. I'm going to do some more letterbox dropping instead, more calls. The next month, they're only showing up 6 out of 8 hours in the day, and they don't yet have a listing. And on the third month, they're showing up for half a day, and they're already on Seek looking for another opportunity. And they don't make the commitment to show up every single day, no matter how hard it gets, and have the self-discipline to push through this difficult time. I'm going to tell you again, if you have not been in real estate before, never sold a property, no one wants to list their property with you. No one is going to knock on your door or call your phone and say, hey, mate, I heard you just got into real estate. I'd love to sell my most valuable asset with you, the person that's never sold any. Even your friends and family don't want to sell with you. Okay, so you have to build so much rapport and show so much value and really just work your butt off to get those first few listings. Now, once you get listings, it becomes easier to show up every day because at least you've got something to work on. But you have to be very consistent with continuing with that prospecting. And that's another big mistake a lot of agents make is they prospect really hard. They get a couple of listings and then they just think, oh, cool, I've got some listings. Now it'll just flow from here. But it doesn't. You'll sell those listings. You'll be back at square one again. And you've got to keep it going all the time. Now, showing up every day, that's probably the hardest thing in real estate. Okay, the work in real estate is not actually that hard. What's hard is consistency. The consistency is what is tough in real estate. I've had a number of people in my business who were great at working for someone. So when they came in during the day, young associates and things like that, really good at having a to-do list and being delegated to them. And I've seen it myself and I go, that person's going to be a great agent. And then when they one day become an agent, and it's up to them to show up every day for themselves, not for someone else, but for themselves to show up every day and know everything they do is for themselves. And they actually have to get to work, create their own to-do list, and go out and execute on the activities that they know they should be doing for themselves. And they don't do it, which is fucking crazy. But that's just how some people are. They're great at doing jobs for other people and having a to-do list and being told what to do. But when it comes to actually self-discipline, to do it for themselves, they sell themselves short. And that's what's really hard. You've got to get good at showing up every day. Okay, now just a few more things on staying consistent, okay? And this has helped me over the years. Exercising regularly. Okay, now I'm not a massive buff gym junkie dude, but I do keep fit. Okay, I go to the gym, I lift weights, I do classes sometimes. I love running. I run a lot, usually, 12K every weekend and some treadmill during the week. I also play basketball every week for a team. This is something I recommend. Join a club or a team sport of something that's going to force you to do some sort of exercise. For me, it's basketball. I love it. I also love tennis. I've joined tennis teams before, but I can tell you, I've always done it for the last 20 years. I've had a team sport that I'm part of every week. Touch footy, rugby, tennis, netball, whatever it is for you, join a club, join a team. It'll help you stay consistent with your exercise. And it's fun and it gets you out, it de-stresses you. It's awesome. Number 2, eat well. Obviously, I'm telling you stuff that, we've heard this from everyone, all right? But eat well, okay? Breakfast, lunch, not too much, no sugary drinks, all right? Maybe a Red Bull every now and again if you need to make some calls, okay? I do have a couple of Red Bulls if I'm going to smash out 4 hours hard calls, all right? But here's another one that I didn't learn till really later in my career, and I wish I did it earlier. No alcohol during the work season. Massive. It's changed my life, the way I've changed my habits with alcohol. I was a consistent binge drinker for my entire adult life till I was about 38, when I finally decided, after hearing other people's journeys with alcohol, that we were way better off without. And I did almost a year off, which was awesome. Now I'm back to very, very limited. I basically never drink during the work months, and only for a very, very, very special occasion. I'm not talking my friends come into town, I'm going to go have some beers with my friend I haven't seen for a while. Not special enough, all right? Even someone's wedding's not special enough for me. It's got to be like so special. My work Christmas party, I'm going to drink, okay? Because all my best people have worked all year and I'm going to have a good time with them. But like, I'm limiting it to probably 4 to 6 times a year now. And that for me is good. My other option is none at all. And I love that too. It has really helped me perform. So no alcohol or very, very limited alcohol. No drinking at home, no weekend beers, no Friday night. Fucking forget all that. It sucks. And as much as you think it doesn't hurt you, it does. It does. It makes it that slightly bit harder to get up in the morning. Okay? You may not consider it a hangover, but you're slightly not your best. Okay, let's move on to number 2. The next thing, and probably the most important thing, right, as part of your job, is to become extremely good at prospecting. And you need to get really good right from the start, particularly some of the harder, cold-faced styles of prospecting. In real estate, that is either door knocking or cold calling. I used to do both, but I can tell you I didn't do much door knocking in my time. The only reason is because my area was very unit heavy. And also I found that the time it took me to door knock compared to how many calls I could make, I could get through so many more calls. And so my results were better on the phone, because if I made a call and it was a voicemail or it was engaged or whatever, I could just hang up, call another number, and I'd be calling another number within 10 seconds. Whereas when you knock on a door, you're listening for someone to come, you hear something, is someone coming? Maybe they are, maybe that. Sometimes they take a minute to get to the door, and then you either talk to them or get rejected, and then you walk to the next house, and it's like 5 to 10 minutes between doors. And for me, it was just too long. I like to bash out as many calls as I can, have really good, valuable conversations, and get on to the next one, because I want results as fast as I can get them. Now, you have to get good at one of these things. You cannot rely in the beginning on letterbox drops, social media, any other easy thing that you think that you can just like put out there that's going to make people like get in touch with you. They're not going to get in touch with you. If you have no results, no sales, no profile, they don't want to talk to you. So you have to get good at talking to them. And then once you start talking with people and you get the permission to stay in touch, you just continuously feed them very valuable information about their house and their area. All right, that's how you start. That's how you get your first listings and start building your pipeline. Now, you never stop doing that. You always do those activities, but you have to get good at some of those activities if you're going to be great at real estate. And it's not just to get listings. Being really good at prospecting, like cold calling and door knocking, it does a number of things for you. It makes you really good at talking for once. Okay, you have to be good at talking in real estate. This is about people. It's about being quick and witty and having great responses. And you get really good at that if you learn how to prospect well, like door knocking, because you come across so many awkward, hard conversations and situations, and you have to like wiggle your way out of it, and you get really, really good at it. If you just do the easy stuff, you never get any good, all right? Warm calls are easy. Calling a past client to check in and say, hey, how's everything going? And having a fun, good conversation with them, that's fucking easy. Anyone can do that. Not everyone can knock on a door, have some person rock up saying, yes, what do you want? And you to be able to like somehow craft a good reason to engage with this person, then all of a sudden be in a great conversation, get that person's details, and then all of a sudden build a relationship with that person. That takes skill and it takes guts and effort. All right. And you get better and better at it. In the beginning, I absolutely sucked at cold calling. I would call for hours and hours and I would get rejected and it would shake me and I would anxious about making calls, but I just stuck at it. And then I got so good at it. And it became fun. When you get good at it, it becomes fun. And then from that, right, you need to get good at it, because then when you build your team, you need to be able to show them how to do it. Okay, because you can't be doing all of that stuff forever. You have to build a team that's going to be able to do that for you. But how can you get a team to do it for you if you don't even know how to do it yourself? How can you get your team to be amazing at this stuff if you can't even lead by example and show them the pain and the grit and the suffering that you had to go to get to the point to be able to hire this person on your team? How are you going to give them the motivation to do it for you if they don't even see you do it yourself? You have to do this, and it'll make you a brilliant real estate agent if you become really good at prospecting, okay? And really importantly as well, it'll give you thick skin, because real estate is a game of ups and downs. You get bashed. You get bashed up. It's not easy. It's not all roses. It's not just, don't watch Selling Sunset and think that that's real estate, like fun chats in the office all day and out we pop to $1 million houses and earning big commissions. It's not that. It's a lot of really boring, monotonous shit work and lots of calls and conversations and lots of going nowhere with people and lots of people wasting your time and lots of energy and lots of giving with no promise of return. And you have to have thick skin for that. And prospecting helps you build thick skin. So that's number 2, guys. And if there's anything I can say is that I built my entire business and my whole career on being a fantastic prospector. Hey guys, just quickly, if you're loving this content and you're a real estate agent that's already thinking what it might be like to have your own real estate business and brand, then check out the show notes. There'll be a link to our Plum Partners website where you can leave an inquiry and me or one of my team members will reach out. We help agents to create, run, and grow their own real estate business and brand so they can earn more and set up a better future for themselves. So get keen, get in touch. Now let's get back to the episode. But number 3, after prospecting, you have to nail the listing presentation. This is so important, okay? Because you work so hard for opportunities. All right. Now, an opportunity when you are prospecting is literally just the opportunity to stay in contact with someone. Then you stay in contact with all of these people. Eventually, some of these people call you back at some point and say, hey, Daniel, thanks so much for staying in touch with me over the past year. I'm actually going to be moving soon, and I'd like you to come over to my house and talk about what we should do to sell it. Right? Now, they may not be talking to just you, okay? They're probably, in most instances, talking to you and maybe 1 or 2 others. So it's really important that you learn how to close these opportunities. Okay, we prospect, we work hard to get these opportunities. The next thing you need to do is nail that presentation. How do you nail the presentation? Well, number 1, you got to practice, baby. You're part of an office probably. Okay, practice with your colleagues. Go to your corporate trainings if you're part of a franchise. You're in office with other salespeople. Take the time to do some practice listing presentations with other people in your office. If you're not doing that, if you're not already a master lister and seller and earning hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, and you're not practicing, then don't expect to become $1 million agent. You know, does anyone in the world get to be the best without practicing? Right? You don't jump on a tennis court and try and be the world number 1 without doing a shitload of practice and training to get there, right? That's just one example. But it's the same in your career. You have to practice to get good at closing. And in real estate sales, everyone from the outside perceives that selling real estate is all about selling houses, that you have to be good at actually selling a house. It's got nothing to do with that. Selling the house is the easy part. To sell a house, you basically put it online, you contact all your buyers, you get them all to come, and you walk them around the house. They see it for themselves. And then you basically say, who's interested? And then you talk to the people that's interested and you get offers and you sell it. It's not that hard, all right? There's certain negotiation tactics you can use. You don't walk into a house and go, and someone doesn't want it and you somehow sell it to them so that they all of a sudden do want it. They either want it or they don't. All right. This is different to selling a phone in a shop where someone walks in, they don't really know what they want, and you're selling all the benefits of this phone. And then they go, oh, yeah, that's the thing I need. And off they go with the phone. And you're like, wow, I really sold that phone good, right? It's different. The sale in real estate is the listing presentation. It's selling yourself. It's selling your service. Our customer is not the buyer. Our customer is the seller. The seller pays our bills. They pay the commission, and we need to sell to them why they should sell their property with us, because we, as the agent and the agency, are going to get them a better result than any other agency. That is the sale in real estate. So if you nail that, then you nail real estate. You nail getting opportunities, then you nail the listing presentation, you sell yourself, you get that form signed, that agency agreement. The agents that get the most agency agreements signed are the biggest winners in real estate, because the rest of the process will take care of itself. So practice and training. When you're in your listing presentation, right, you have to be really good at building rapport first, okay? Don't show up all just business, right? Business comes later. First, build rapport. Building rapport builds trust. Building trust is what pushes someone to want to work with you. People want to work with people that they know, like, and trust. And if they trust you, then they think that you're going to do a good job, that you're going to do what you say, that you're built of the right cloth, and that they're going to get a good result because of the person that you are. All right? The person that you are means a big part of the decision. Okay, so building rapport means when you get to the house, finding things in common with the client, having a good walk around the house and asking them about their house, why they love living there. One thing I always do when I walk into a house is I look at photos on the walls and I'll say, oh, where's that photo from? Is that New Zealand? Oh, where did you go skiing? Did you go skiing in America? And I'll just start, asking some questions. I'll see photos of the children. Oh, are they your children? Oh, what are their names? Oh, how old are they now? And just start asking them about their family and their life and what do they do for work. And this is all like questions, regular questions that you would ask someone that you've never met before. Like if you're at a party and you're just like forced to get to know someone, what are the questions you'd ask them? All of these sort of questions just to get the conversation flowing, and they'll start to open up a little bit to you. The more you get them to open up and talk about themselves, the more they're going to give you in terms of information about their home, what they're looking for, the more honest they're going to be with their answers to you. And that's going to help you win the listing. Okay. So after building rapport and we're getting into business, you should have 10 key questions you ask every time. And when you ask those questions, learn to listen. Okay. A great thing my mother always said is you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, use them in proportion. Listen twice as much as you speak. If you speak too much, you lose trust. You listen more, you win trust. Okay, so your 10 quick key questions, they could be things like this. What's the purpose of your move? Get them to open up and expand on it. Oh, I've got a new job. Oh, great. What's your new job? Oh, really? Where's that taking you? Oh, are you going to miss this? Are you going to move back at any time? Just this is just to, again, build rapport, find out more about them. Other questions could be, have you ever sold before? If the answer is yes, when you sold last time, what was the experience like? Did you go to auction or did you price it? What was your experience like with the agent? Did you feel like the agent did everything that they could to get the best price for you? If no, ask them, where did you think the agent went wrong with you? Find out all the things they don't like about agents so that during your presentation, you can address them and show them how you're going to do this better. And you can refer back to all of the answers that they give you. You also need to know your market. So you need to know the sales in the area. You need to know the comparables that really relate to their home. And you need to know how to talk about price. And before you present your strategy for selling, i.e. auction or no price or price, figure out what their motive is and how to get the best outcome. So diagnose their problem and figure out if they're a really private person and they say things like, oh, I don't want heaps of people coming through my house, then maybe auction isn't the way to go. Don't push auction on a really, really private person. They'll probably just dismiss you straight away. Okay, number 4, to become $1 million agent, you have to create an amazing marketing machine. Okay, this means this comes into consistency with marketing. So not just prospecting. Once you get people's details, you have clients and past clients and potential clients. You need a monthly email going out to them with what's going on in the market, what your recent sales are, all of the successes you've had, any awards you've won, any community stuff you've done. You need something in their letterbox addressed to them every 2 months. Your recent sales, what's going on in the neighborhood, anything you've done, some offer possibly, and always a call to action for an update on their property. Letterbox drops frequently to your farm area. Should be every 2 weeks at least, a letterbox drop, just the standard leaflet drop in every letterbox drop in your core area, farm area, every 2 weeks. Okay, consistency. That's hard to do. Okay, and you don't get a lot of calls off them. But if you're consistent, you get enough calls to make it worth it. You just listed, just sold calls for every property you list and sell. Now, this can get hard on your own after a while when you've got a lot of listings and sales, and this is where a lot of agents fall short, is being consistent with this, which is why you need to build a team. But this is all part of creating the marketing machine that always happens. Then on top of that, layering social media posts about your properties, about your successes, testimonials, educational advice, as well as your property videos and some sponsored advertising, which you will ideally get from your client about their properties. Then there's things like Christmas cards, anniversary cards, those sorts of things. Get to the stage where you're not organizing any of this yourself. I've actually got a full episode on this, episode number 13. Go and check it out. It's awesome. And this takes me into number 5, building your team. Okay, because in the beginning, it starts with you. You're doing everything. You're doing all your inspections, all your calls, all your prospecting, all your marketing. Okay, then you get a few listings, then you can't do everything yourself. You have to build a team. So this is the strategy. Get to the point where you're doing 20 deals yourself, okay, in a year. If you're doing between 20 and 30, it's time for a sales associate. That's the first step. The sales associate is going to help you with 70% of prospecting and 30% admin tasks, okay? They're going to help you run buyers during the week, do some of your open homes, do up your vendor marketing reports, do your building and pests, your valuation inspections. Any inspection that is not high level, you're not doing it anymore. They're going to help you do your appraisals, organize your listing presentations, and then even help you keep in touch with some of your clients. That's going to give you a lot more time to do more of the things that help to bring in more business. The second step, once you get to about somewhere between 30 and 50 deals, is you're going to make your second hire. That's going to be an admin/team operator. This person is generally a young female, usually female because they're way better than males at multitasking. They're usually more organized, and they typically love these sorts of jobs where they can be a team operator. You need someone who's very well organized. That's going to organize your open homes, make sure they've got the keys cut, they organize your listings. The agency agreement, when you get it signed, goes to your team operator. You don't look at it again until it's on the market. They organize everything. They even build rapport with your owners and help them get organized with their property for sale. But basically, they're there to sort your shit out, okay? Because you and your sales associate are probably hopeless at doing all of that stuff and you miss stuff all the time. They're going to fully clean that up and give you two more time to prospect and do things that are going to bring opportunities in. Third step, last one, your fourth team member is a second sales associate, which is basically going to allow you to triple down again on all of those activities to help you to become that $1 million agent. The next step's up to you. At 4 people in your team, you should be doing a minimum of 50 deals, but probably up to 100 to 120 deals a year, depending on the average sale price. Higher sale price properties take a little bit more work, but there you have it. From there, the next step's up to you. If you want to become $3-5 million agent, there's next higher level stuff from you from there. But those are the steps you need to take to become a $1 million agent. Those are all the steps that you need to become a high level 1 million plus agent. I hope you got value from this. I love you for sticking by. I hope to see you on the next episode of Get Keen. Drop me a comment and let me know the value that I've given you today. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning into the Get Keen podcast. If today's episode inspired you, please show your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And make sure you subscribe on your favorite platform too. Don't stop there. Join our community of forward thinkers by connecting with me on social media at Dan_Lee_Plum. I'm looking forward to exploring more strategies and insights with you on your journey to the top. Until next time, keep getting keen.